Hi all, welcome you all for today's session, Text Analytics using NLTK. And in this session, we are going to see about what are the NLTK operations and how we are going to analyze the text. And next, we are going to classify the text. There is a text classification. Next one is sentiment analysis. Okay, we are going to see three topics today, and let's get started. If you have any doubts, kindly post it in the chat box, and I will see after my presentation. Everything is okay. Do you have any difficulties by hearing my audio? It's okay with my audio? Okay. Let's share my screen. Hope the screen is visible to you. Okay. Here I have my presentation and code. Let's start with my presentation first. Then we can move ahead with our coding part. I hope you all know about me. I'm Vaishnavi, DSA lead for Developer Students Club, and we are in association with Google Students Club. That's about us, and we have 5 core team members in our club. We are in charge of this DSE. Okay, let's move to the session. Okay, text analytics using NLTK. First of all, we need to know what is NLP. Okay, NLP is a natural language processing. We are going to process the language. Okay, it is a part of a computer science and artificial intelligence field because using this, we are going to deal with the human languages. Okay, we are going to process the language with the help of computer science and artificial intelligence. Okay, this is NLP. Next, in day-to-day life, we can see a lot of text. Okay, can anyone post in each day what kind of text you are seeing, in which form? Okay, in which form you are seeing the text in day-to-day life? For example, I can give a newspaper. In newspaper, we are seeing a text. Other than that, where you can see the text in each day? Email. Super, Priyadashni. Next. Give your guesses. WhatsApp messages. Okay, nice. Internet articles. Super, Sailesh. Okay, you all know about it. Let's move on to presentation. Email, SMS, web pages, newspaper, and so on. Okay, these are the text we are seeing day by day. Next, we are going to see what is text mining. Text mining means we are going to process the text. Okay, that process is known as text mining. We are going to apply some techniques in the text. Okay, that process of applying the operations on the text is known as text mining. Okay, it's a process of deriving meaningful information. Okay, we are going to process the text. After processing, we need to get some information, meaningful information from that text. Okay, that process is known as text mining. Okay. Next, we go with the applications of NLP. First one is sentimental analysis. Okay, based on text mining. Okay, we are going to apply text mining on the text, and we get these kind of applications. First, we are going with sentimental analysis. In sentimental analysis, we are going to derive the sentiments from the text. What kind of emotions the text describes. For example, if you take movie review, okay, there may be a positive kind of reviews and maybe negative kind of reviews. This tells what the viewer has the emotions, has the sentiments over the movie. Okay, we can also take some product. Okay, if Amazon gives a product, if we buy and use it, then we can give reviews whether the product is good or up to the limit, or how they feel with the product. Okay, these are the sentiments. Okay, we can get out from their reviews. Okay, this is sentimental analysis. Next is speech recognition. Speech recognition is nothing but recognizing our speech, it is going to convert it to a text. For example, we can take Google Translate. Google Translate is used to convert our text to speech and speech to text. Okay, this is one of the application for speech recognition, and we can also use the voice assistants, etc. Okay, for speech to speech translation. Next is chatbot. Okay, we all know about chatbot. It is a program. Okay, it's a software program which communicates with us, okay, through conversation, either through text or through speech. Okay, this is a chatbot. Next, machine translation. Machine translation means it is going to convert one language into another language with the help of machine. This is known as machine translation. அதாவது ஒரு லாங்குவேஜ் வந்து இன்னொரு லாங்குவேஜ்க்கு வந்து மிஷின் மூலியமா நம்ம வந்து கன்வெர்ட் பண்றோம். ஃபார் இங்கிலீஷ் டு சைனீஸ், இங்கிலீஷ் டு தமிழ், தமிழ் டு ஹிந்தி, அந்த மாதிரி டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்றதுக்கு பேர் வந்து மிஷின் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன். Next, spell checking. Spell checking means if we wrongly typed a word, it automatically suggests us to correct the word. It is wrong and correct it. We can see it in Word, and we can also see in Grammarly, extension in our Google. It will suggest us to correct the grammar, correct the spelling, everything. So it is one of the applications of NLP. With the help of the text, they are checking they are using this application. Next, keyword search. Keyword search means, for example, if we go with Google search engine, we are typing some text and it will display the websites based on the text. How it will extract the keywords from the search sentences. We are typing some sentence. In that sentence, it will extract the keywords. With the help of the keywords, it will display the web pages that related with the keyword. Okay, this is known as keyword search. Next, information extraction. Information extraction means if we given a huge para, okay, a lengthy para, from that we need to give a summary. What the text, what the paragraph is saying to us, what is the main concept, what is the core in it. Okay, that is known as information extraction. From a lengthy paragraph, we are going to extract the information within a 1 or 2 lines. Okay, this is known as information extraction. This is possible only with the help of keywords. Okay. Next, advertisement matching. We all know if I am searching a watch in Amazon, then I can see the watch advertisement in another web page. Okay, if I'm seeing Geeks for Geeks, in Geeks for Geeks, I can see inside side pane there will be a advertisement regarding watches. Okay, based on our search, they will capture our interest and they will deliver it as an advertisement. Okay, this is help of NLP. These are the applications. Okay, this is our main concept. Okay, NLTK. Okay, text analytics using NLTK. What is NLTK? Okay, we are going to analyze the text using NLTK. We said, okay, NLTK வச்சு தான் நம்ம டெக்ஸ்ட்டை வந்து ப்ராசஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம். அப்போ NLTKனா என்ன? NLTKனா அது ஒரு பைத்தான் லைப்ரரி. இட் இஸ் அ பைத்தான் லைப்ரரி. யூசிங் திஸ் ஒன்லி we are going to process the text and analyze the text. Okay. Let's see in depth what is NLTK. It's a natural language toolkit. Okay, it is used for building Python programs that work with human language data. Human language data means our text. Okay, and applying in statistical natural processing. With the help of NLTK, we are going to perform operations in the Python programs and extract some information out of it. Next is data cleaning. Okay, till now we have seen about text. Okay, the test may be some it should not be always cleaned data. Okay, we need to clean it. How we can clean it? Okay, we can clean it using some techniques involved in NLTK. These are the operations of NLTK. NLTK operations is used to clean the data. Okay, clean and process the data. In cleaning the data, there are three kinds of techniques here mentioned. They are tokenization, stop words, removal, and stemming. We can also use lemmatization. I will explain these terms later. ஓகே, அதாவது இப்போ நம்ம டெக்ஸ்ட் கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அந்த டெக்ஸ்ட்டை நம்ம எந்த மாதிரி கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணா நம்ம அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்றது தான் பார்க்க போறோம். ஸோ க்ளீன் பண்ணும்போது டேட்டாவை வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம டேட்டாவை இம்போர்ட் பண்ணி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வி நீட் டு இம்போர்ட் த டேட்டா. After importing, we need to remove the punctuations. Okay, in text analysis there is no need for punctuation, so we need to remove the punctuations. Then we need to split the data. ஓகே, இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஒரு டெக்ஸ்ட் பேராகிராஃபா இருக்குன்னா அந்த பேராகிராஃபை சின்ன சின்னதா ஸ்பிளிட் பண்ணிக்கணும். Either we can split it by a sentence or we can split it by a words. Word by word we can split it. That process is known as tokenization. With the help of tokenization, we can split the words. Okay, next is stop words. What a stop word means? The word which does not give any meaningful to the text, the paragraph. Okay, இப்போ பேராகிராஃப்ல அந்த வேர்ட்னால எந்த யூஸும் கிடையாது, அந்த வேர்ட் வந்து அந்த டெக்ஸ்ட்டுக்கு எந்த மீனிங்கும் ஆட் பண்ணலன்னா தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் வேர்ட்ஸ் ஆர் நோன் அஸ் ஸ்டாப் வேர்ட்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டாப் வேர்ட்ஸையும் நம்மளுடைய டெக்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணும். திஸ் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த டேட்டா கிளீனிங் ப்ராசஸ். ஓகே, தென் ஸ்டெம்மிங். Okay, stemming I will explain later. Okay, these two are the most important part in data cleaning techniques. Okay. Okay. Till now, are you all okay with it? Do you have any queries? Shall I move on to the presentation? Or you have any queries with it? Kindly let me know in the chat box. All clear? Okay, Sarshana. Okay, let's move on to the presentation. I have discussed about tokenization earlier. Let's see with the example. Tokenization is the first step in NLP. Okay, here this is a sentence. Okay, tokenization is the first step in NLP. Is a sentence. Consider this as a sentence. Okay, here we are going to apply the tokenization process. Okay, what will be the output? The output will be the splitted words. Okay, the words will be splitted, and this will be the output for the tokenization process. See, the tokenization is separated the first step in an NLP. Okay, the words are splitted. This is known as tokenization. Next, in tokenization, we can split the data in using this three types. Okay, first one we can use bigrams. Bigrams means it is going to split the data with two consecutive words. Okay, if we have a text, consider this example. Tokenization is the first step in NLP. If we apply bigrams, then it will tokenize the word as tokenization is the first step. That like, okay, two consecutive words will be taken and it will be splitted. For trigrams, it will be three consecutive words. Okay. Next, for n-grams, in n-grams, we need to mention the number. Okay, what number basis it should be splitted. It should be tokenized. Okay, this is a tokenization process. Next, we move on to removal of stop words. Okay. As I have already said, the words which does not give any meaningful or does not add a value to the text, then it is known as stop words. In NLTK, there have 16 different languages where we have stop words. For 16 different languages, they have maintained the stop words for that. In there, we are using English language. In English language, there are around 179 stop words, I hope, and we can see it in the coding process. Okay, in our text, it should be removed. Okay, the stop word should be removed in our text because it does not add any meaningful to the word. Let's see an example. There is a book on the table. Here, we can use there, book, table. These can add a meaning to the sentence, but the words is on the, okay, these are common, okay, the common words which are used, okay, that should not, that should will not give any meaning to that. So here is on the or the stop words. That, book and table are the keywords. Okay, it will remove the stop words and give only the keywords. This is known as removal of stop words. Okay. Next is stemming. Stemming means we are going to normalize the word into its base form. Okay. There is a sentence and we have first tokenized it. After tokenization, the each word will be taken for stemming process. The word, okay, the word will be converted to its base form, that is its root form. For example, here I have taken affects, affections, affected, affection, and affecting. Here, these words will be converted to its base form, affect. Okay, this is known as stemming. The everything will lies within this base form, affect. So we can easily categorize the words, okay, with the help of stemming. Actually, what process done here is, it will take each and every word and it will take only the common words. Here, affects we are having in affections only till T we have the common words with respect to affects. Here also we have affect till T we are having a common with affects and affections. In affection also till T, in affecting also till T. So it will cut the word till T, that is from A to T, affect. Then it will gives the word as a affect. In stemming, we will not get a proper base word or proper root word. Sometimes we get, okay, here we have get the proper word affect. In some other words, it will cut the words with a common base and it will give a meaningless word for that. In lemmatization, we can rectify that problem. Okay, it is similar to stemming. Okay, here also we are going to convert it into the base form. Here the output will be a proper word, proper base or root word. Okay, here we have gone, going, and went. Okay, here the actual base and root word is go. In lemmatization also, it will give the output as go only. So go is better than stemming. From here, you can understand what is stemming and lemmatization. Even though I have another example for you to differentiate stemming and lemmatization. Okay, these are this is the example I have taken for both stemming and lemmatization. In stemming, I have change, changing, changes, changed, changer. Lemmatization is also same. What will be the output of stemming? Here, we all know it will cut the common word. Here, till G only, they have a common letters. So, the output will be change. It eliminates the E. In lemmatization, okay, the proper word will be displayed. That is change. Okay, I hope you all understand the differentiation between stemming and lemmatization. Okay, next, we move on to the text processing. How we are going to process the text with the help of the techniques we saw above. First, we need to take the sentence. Okay, here the sentence is Jenna went back to university. This is the text, and we are going to normalize it. Normalize means we are going to convert the letters in the word to a lowercase. Okay, we are converting all the letters to lowercase. So here the normalization output will be all the lowercase word. Next, we are going to apply tokenization. In tokenization, we all know it will separate each word. Okay, basically, we will separate by each word. If you want, we can use bigrams and trigrams and n-grams for separating 2, 3, and n words, consecutive words. Okay, here I have applied only one word for separation. So I have separated the tokenization here. Then we are going to remove the stop words. Here the stop words are back and to. Okay, in English, they have taken the back and to as a stop word. So except back and to, the remaining. Okay, then we are going to apply the stemming or lemmatization. Okay, either we can use stemming or we can use lemmatization. the output will be, it is a name Jenna, so there will be no stemming in name. And for university, here it converts as a universe. Okay, universe. And for went, it is converted as a go. Okay, this is the process of text processing, and we are going to do with the help of coding, that is with the help of NLTK. Other than the stemming, removal of stop words, tokenization, we have some more operations in NLTK. If time permits, I will discuss it in later and at last of the session. Okay. Next is okay. Till now we have processed text. Okay, we have some tokenized word here. See that diagram. Here we have the text, and after tokenization we have the splitted text. From that, we can also apply the removal of stopwords also and stemming and lemmatization. Okay, here they have taken till the tokenization process. Okay, let's see what is vectorization. Vectorization means it will convert the words to a number. Okay, we cannot understand the meaning of the numbers, but it will encode the words into number. You just understand what vectorization do, not the number. Don't go with the don't go in search of meaning of the numbers. Only consider the words are converted into numbers. Okay, this is the process of vectorization, because by vectorizing it, it will be helpful for us to process the data later. Okay, so we are using vectorization. Vectorization is used to convert the words into numbers. Okay. Next, I have already said we are going to discuss three things. One is NLTK operations. Next one is text classification. Next is sentimental analysis. Okay, till now we have seen about the text processing techniques using NLTK operations. Next, we are moving with the text classification. In text classification, we are going to classify the text. Okay, here I have taken email. Okay, in email, there will be a spam folder, okay, which will contains only the spam messages. In inbox, you will receive the ham messages. That is, the message which does not contain a spam text, then it will be categorized and it will be delivered in the inbox. If the word contains some words related to spam, then it will be placed in the spam folder. This is the process here. Okay, consider if I get an email, it will be checked. Okay, first using the classifier, and if the message is a spam, then it will be sent to the spam folder. If it is not a spam, then it will be sent to the inbox. Okay, these things are performed with the help of the text processing. Okay, that is NLTK. This is the text classification, and we will see the demo for text classification for spam and ham mails. Okay. These are the other NLTK operations. Okay, we will see it later if time permits. Okay, till now we have concluded with the presentation. Let's move on to the coding part. Before that, you have any queries? Let's get started with the coding, right? Shall I move on? Okay, let's move on to it. Okay. Here I have using a Jupyter Notebook, or else you can also use Google Colab for this. Okay. Wait, I will give the data sets for the processing. Now I will be explaining the code in the code here. When you get time, you can also code. But today, I hope you can't get time for coding along with me. So we will upload this session in the YouTube. After that, you can view the YouTube video, and then you can code along with the video. Okay. So today I'm only going to share you the data sets. After that, you can use it for your further coding part. 1 minute. I will paste the dataset link. Syed already pasted the link. Use this dataset link for further process. Let's move on to the presentation coding part. Okay, I'm sharing the screen now. Okay. Okay, I have imported the libraries. Then I'm going to open the text in text one, and then I'm printing the content of the text one. Okay. Then we can go for the data cleaning part. In data cleaning part, we have said we need to first make all the letters into lower case. Okay. Here I have made that. Next, the next process is to remove the punctuations in the text. Here I have exclamatory mark in the text, so I need to remove it. In string, we have punctuations. Okay, let's print. Okay, let's see the punctuations first. What are the punctuations in string? Okay, these are the punctuations in string, and we are going to remove it. Okay, from the text. Okay, here I have cleaned it. I'm going to assign the text after removing the punctuations in a cleaned text. Okay, first I am going to translate. Translate is used for um, a set of words. Okay, I'm going to translate it to another form. In which form I'm going to form? I'm going to make the translation by changing the word. I will explain in clear manner. Make trans, that will be three arguments. Okay, first argument is for the word which you need to replace. If I'm having if I need to remove yes, okay, then I will make the yes here. And if I'm going to replace the yes with another word, that is a, then I will put the word here. Okay, for a replace process, the first two arguments is used in make trans. In make trans, the first two arguments is to replacing. Which word is need to be replaced? Okay, that word will be placed here, and the word that should be placed there should be placed in the second argument. Okay, here we are going to only remove the words. We are going to delete the words in the string so that there is no replace function is required. So I'm using the third argument. Third argument is especially designed for deleting the words. Okay, deleting the characters. Which characters you should not want in the string can be deleted using the third argument. Here I have placed the string, the characters, the punctuation characters in the third argument. So if my text contains the punctuations, then it will be automatically deleted and using the make trans method. Okay, then it will be translated and stored in the clean text. Hope you could understand now. We are going to remove the punctuations. For that, I am using make trans. Make trans, there are three arguments. First two for replacing, we are not going to use that. In second and third argument, we are going to delete the punctuation characters. So I have mentioned the punctuation characters in the third argument. Let's see the output of the cleaned text. Let's see, I am so happy. It have translated the text after removing and assigned it to the clean text, and we get the output as I am so happy without the exclamatory mark with the punctuations. Okay, I hope till this part you can understand. Next, we are going to do with the tokenization. It is one of the techniques I have already said. In order to use the tokenization techniques, we need to import tokenize from NLTK. From NLTK tokenize, we need to import the word tokenize. Okay, here I am going to tokenize word by word. If you want to tokenize sentence by sentence, you can use here sent underscore tokenize for sentence tokenization. Here only we are going to tokenize the word. So I have used the word tokenize. And then we also need to download this punct. Okay, I'm using it here. Okay, it's downloading. Next, okay, in here we are going to tokenized word. Okay, the cleaned text. Okay, I have the text. I am so happy today, and I am going to tokenize it. So I have used the word tokenize of the given text. Okay, I have placed the text in the clean text. So I have used the cleaned text here to tokenize the word, and the tokenized word will be stored in the tokenized words. Let's see the output of it. Here, as expected, the words are splitted individually, and it have been placed in a list. Okay, the list contains the tokenized words. Then the process is to remove the stop words. For removing stop words, I need to import the stop words from nltk.corpus. Okay, these are the predefined one, and also we need to download stop words. Okay. Next, in stop words, I have already said there are 16 different languages. For 16 different languages, the NLTK maintains the stop words. In 16 different languages, here we are going to discuss only with the English language. So I am giving the English language as the input for the stop words. Okay, here I'm printing the length of the stop words. How many stop words in the English language? Then I'm printing what are the stop words in English. Okay, totally 179 stop words in the English language, and these are the stop words. What we need to do? We need to remove the words, stop words. Okay, we need to remove the words that are present in the stop words. So I am using this using this functionality. Here I'm taking the word, that's the index. Okay, word in tokenized words. So I'm taking this tokenized word as an input. Okay, then if not word in stop words dot word, if the extracted word is not in the stop words, then it will be stored in the tokens underscore without underscore sv, that is a tokens without stop words. Okay, so I'm storing in that list. Okay, if the word is not present in the stop words, I'm placing in that, and I'm printing here the stop words will be removed. In my sentence, I am so happy today. Here I am and so I am and so are the stop words. So we have removed that, and we get the remaining words as happy and today. Okay. Till this we have done the data cleaning part. Okay. After this data cleaning part, we can apply some other operations. Stemming also used for one of the techniques for data cleaning. Let's see the demo for stemming also. For stemming, there are different kinds of stemmer, but I am using Porter stemmer here. Mostly all of them use the Porter stemmer. For that, I need to import Porter stemmer from nltk.stem. And I'm using the Porter stemmer functionality and stored it in PST. So, okay, having used the Porter stemmer functionality, then I'm going to stem the word, stem the text. Okay, for that, I'm taking the empty list where I'm going to store the stemmed words. Here I have taken the tokenized words without the stop words. Okay, after removal of stop words, that variable is taken, that list is taken, and here I'm going to append the stem of that word. Okay, here the PST, that is the Porter stemmer dot stem of the word. Okay, using the PST, I'm going to stem the word, each word. Okay, I'm going to stem the word, and I'm going to place it in the that list, stem underscore sentence list. Okay, after placing each word, I need to give some space to differentiate each word. So I am giving a space here. Then finally I'm joined it and print it. Okay, here see happy is converted to happy. It is stemmed as happy. Okay, not as happy. Okay, so this is the output of stemming. Let's go with lemmatization. For lemmatization, we need to import bird net lemmatizer. Okay, from nltk.stem. It is also from stemming only. Next, we need to download the bird net. After that, I'm storing this method word net lemmatizer to word underscore lem. Okay, here also we need to same process like stemming. we are using that the list after the removal of stop words, and I'm going to append the lemmatization of the words. Okay, here the word underscore lem. Okay, I'm storing the functionality of the word net lemmatizer in word underscore lem, and I'm using it dot lemmatize off. Okay, here the method is lemmatize off. In stemming, it is stem off. Here lemmatize off, and the word what which the word you need to lemmatize. Okay, I'm giving. Here we are using pose is equal to v. Pose is equal to v means pos means parts of speech. Parts of speech is verb. V for verb. Okay, I'm going to lemmatize the word into a verb form. Lemmatize நம்ம வேர்ட் வந்து lemmatize பண்றோம். அந்த வேர்ட் வந்து எந்த ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கணும்னா ஒரு verb ஃபார்ம்ல இருக்கணும்னு சொல்றேன். verb ஃபார்ம்ல இருந்தா தான் அந்த ஆக்ஷன் நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும். ஆக்ஷன் வச்சு நம்ம ஈஸியா அவங்க என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். So I'm using a parts of speech as a verb. Okay, this is one of the NLTK operations. Okay, I will if time permits I will discuss it later, as I said. Okay, let's go with lemmatization now. Same process, and see the word happy. Okay, here we see that is happy ending with I. Here the actual base word happy is came in lemmatization. Okay, till now we saw about the NLTK operations. Okay, I hope you are okay with it. Are you clear with the NLTK operation? Shall we move to text classification or sentimental analysis? Okay. First we move on to sentiment analysis. Then we move to spam mail classification. Okay. Here in sentiment analysis, I'm going to categorize the movie reviews. Okay, the movie reviews into positive review or a negative review. Okay, I'm going to analyze whether the audience reviews as a positive or negative to the movie. So here I'm taking the input as and store it in the variable xtrain, and the output of this input in ytrain. Okay, these are the movie reviews. First one, this was an awesome movie. It's a positive review. Great movie, I liked a lot. It is also positive review. Bad, not up to the mark. It is a negative review. Like this, we have 7 reviews here, and we are training the model. So here I'm giving the category as 1. Because we have assumed as 1 for positive and 2 for negative reviews. So first one is a positive review, so I am training it with 1, and the third one is a negative review. I am training it with 0. Like that, I have taken input data in xtrain and its corresponding category value, that is a positive and negative reviews, in the ytrain. Okay. These are the required libraries as we taken for first we need to import NLTK. Then for tokenizer, here I'm using regex tokenizer. I will explain what is it. And we have taking port stemmer and stopwords. Okay, here we are using 3 kinds of it: tokenization, stopwords, and stemming. Okay, first here regex tokenizer means regular expression tokenizer. Okay, based on the regular expression, I'm going to tokenize the word. Here I have given the regular expression as word. Okay, I need only the word. So if I see any word in the text, then I will append it to the tokenizer. Okay, instead of that, we can use the word underscore tokenize for tokenization. But to introducing you another regex tokenizer, another tokenizer, I have used expression tokenizer. Here we are going to tokenize based on the word and appending it. Okay. Next, we need to remove the stopwords. After tokenization, we need to remove the stopword. So I am making the stopwords as a English language. Make use of the stopwords for English language, and also I am making the stemming function to PS. Okay, these are the predefined things for the tokenization, removal of stopwords, and stemming process. Okay, let's go with the data cleaning part. Here I have the text. Okay, input text is, okay, we will discuss it. First, I'm going to, if a given text, I'm going to make all the characters into lowercase. Then I will be going with the tokenization. So here I have placed the tokenizer functionality in tokenizer variable, and using that, I'm going to tokenize the text. Okay, then I'm going to remove the stop words. For removing the stop words, as we have said, if the word is not present in the stop words list, then we can place it in the another list. Okay, that is a removal of stop words list. Here I have taken the variable as a new underscore tokens. Okay, after that I'm going to stemming the words. Okay, for that I'm using the porter stemma ps dot stem of the tokens, and for each word I'm stemming the word and placed in the stem tokens, and I'm also joining it with a space. Okay, each text are joined with a space, and final data cleaning part is made in the clean text. Okay, let's run the output of each cell. Then you can see the output for this cell also. Okay. Till now I have made the function. When we use this function, we will get the output as a clean text. Okay. Here I am taking the test cases, the two reviews. One is a good review and the bad review. And using the model, I'm going to predict whether the given review is a positive review or negative review. Okay, so I have placed it in a X test variable here. You can also use this input either by using file. Okay, data set. Okay, data set CSV. You can import those input from a data set, and you can extract that extrain using that particular review column and place here, and the category column here in white rain. Instead of that, here I'm taking the list directly except by loading the data set. Can do anyway. Okay, first okay, after making the X text, I'm going to call the cleaned text method. Okay, get clean text method to clean the data in the X train and X test. These two are the inputs text. So we are going to clean the text. Let's see. Okay, here the data are clean. Okay, already I have run the output, so it's viewing here. Okay, what is the output for X clean is after stemming, the words will be after stemming, after tokenization, after removal of stoppers, and after stemming, we get the words as awesome movie, great movie. Okay, here it is, awesome movie, great movie. Other words are the stop words, so it have been removed. Okay, the keywords alone are displayed here after the stemming process. Okay, great movie, like a lot. Okay, till now we have seen all the processes earlier and we have implemented it with the help of movie reviews. Okay, this is for text. Sorry, test text. This is for train text. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to vectorize the data. As I have already said, we need to perform vectorization in order to convert the words into numbers. Okay, with the help of numbers, we can able to easily classify the results. So I'm taking the count vectorizer. Okay, import the count vectorizer from sklearn.feature underscore extraction dot text. Next, here I have taken the count vectorizer from count vectorizer, and I'm going to count the words. Okay, how many times the words have occurred. Okay, based on the vectorization, I'm going to count the words in the sentence. If I have a happy 2 times, okay, here awesome. If we have another awesome here, then the count will be 2. Hence, I have all the words as a count 1. So we have either 1 or 0. Okay. Here I have made the range is n grams. The range is 1, comma 2. Okay. For vectorization. Let's print the CV. Okay, it does not give a meaningful way. Okay, it's going to we have applied it, and with the help of the fit transform only we can able to clearly view the array. Okay, it's processing. We are assigning the process only, but here with the help of fit transform, we are going to able to view the vectorized data clearly. So here I have used that CV dot fit underscore transform of the exclaim. Okay, with the help of the function, I'm applying the two exclaim. Exclaim is the train text. Okay, in train test, I'm transforming the counter vectorization function and I'm going to display in a array form. So I'm converting into a array to array. Okay, here the array will be displayed and each word is converted to a number. And you can see there are 7 arrays in inner arrays. 7 inner array means okay we have 7 sentences in the X train. So we have get the 7 arrays here after vectorization. Okay, next I'm going to get the feature names. Okay, count vectorizer is will be vectorize the data based on the features. Okay, so I'm going to get the feature names and we have one and all. No, this one means we have taken that word for transformation. 0 means there is no word that like a meaning. So that I'm going to get the feature names. These are the feature names, and the transform will also scale the data. Scale means it will be scaling the numbers to 0 to 1, and it will arrange that words in the ascending alphabetical order. So we can get the words act hero, but act will not present in the first sentence. See, acting here it is. So it will arrange it in the alphabetical order, and these are the words it have taken for vectorization. These words are converted to vectors. And I'm also applying this vectorization to my test data also, test text also. So this is the output. I have taken 2 arrays. One is for positive reviews and another is for bad review. So it is giving us 2 arrays. Okay. Till now we have done the vectorization part. After that, I'm going to use a naive Bayes. Okay, naive Bayes. It is mainly used for NLP for analyzing text based on the probability, conditional probability of the independence of the occurrence of the variable. Okay, let's take movie. Okay, here we can take the example of the movie review. In movie review, we have classified it into either a positive and negative review. Okay, we need to train the data in this much of reviews. In this much of reviews, these are the positive words present in it, and these positive words ratio will give a positive review. If the number of negative reviews probability is highest in the text, then it gives the output as a negative reviews. இப்போ நம்மளோட டெக்ஸ்ட்ல வந்து பாசிட்டிவ்க்குரிய ப்ராபபிலிட்டி அதிகமாக இருக்கா நெகட்டிவ்க்குரிய ப்ராபபிலிட்டி அதிகமாக இருக்கான்னு செக் பண்ணணும். இப்போ சென்டென்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டோம்னா அந்த சென்டென்ஸ்ல பாசிட்டிவ் மீன்ஸ் பாசிட்டிவ் வேர்ட்ஸ் நிறைய இருக்கா அதோடைய ப்ராபபிலிட்டி என்ன, அதுக்கப்புறம் நெகட்டிவ் வேர்ட்ஸ் நிறைய இருக்கா அதுக்குரிய ப்ராபபிலிட்டி என்னன்னு பார்க்கும். அது ரெண்டையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணி எதுக்கு அதிகமாக இருக்கோ அதோடைய அவுட்புட் தான் நம்மளுக்கு கொடுக்கும். ஸோ only we are using the naive Bayes. Okay, it is a conditional probability for that. Here I am using multinomial NB. ஒரு வேர்டையும் எடுத்து அதுல கவுண்ட் எடுக்கும். ஓகே, இந்த பாசிட்டிவ்க்கு எத்தனை கவுண்ட் அதிகமா வந்திருக்கா, நெகட்டிவ்க்கு எத்தனை கவுண்ட் அது அதிகமா வந்திருக்கா பாசிட்டிவோட கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது. ஸோ எதுக்கு ப்ராபபிலிட்டி அதிகமா இருக்கும் that will be given as a output for us. So with the help of naive Bayes, I am classifying the predicting the output for the movie reviews. Here I have taken multinomial NB from sklearn.naive Bayes. Okay. Okay. Next, I have take the functionality of the multinomial NB in MB, and using this, I am going to fit the model. If it is used for build a model, here I am building the model with the help of the train data. X vector is the vectorized form of the input text. There is a train text, and y train is the categorical value where we have categorized the positive and negative reviews in the number 1 and 0 respectively. So I have I have trained the model with the help of training text. Next, I'm going to predict the text whether my this tester passes correct gives the correct output, whether it is a positive or negative review. Here I have taken the first sentence as a positive review and second sentence as a negative review. So it should predict and gives the output as 1 and 0. As we have taken 1 for positive, sorry, it is not 2, it's a 0, 0 for negative. So it should print 1 comma 0. Let's predict and see the output. Have a predicted. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we have got that 1 for the positive and 2 for the negative reviews. So Nailbase is especially used for the natural process languages. That is, it's going to get the conditional probability for the given text, and the highest probability will display as the output. Okay, I hope you all get to know about the sentimental analysis with the help of Nailbase. Are you all okay with it? Then we can move to text classification. Okay. Any other responses? Shall we move, or if you have any queries? Okay. Okay. Next, I'm going for text classification. Okay. In text classification, as we have already said, we are going to classify whether it is a ham mail or spam mail. Ham mail means the mail which is not a spam. Okay. So here I have imported the needed libraries. Okay, NumPy, Pandas, there's a train spread. Okay, I will explain each and everything. Okay, why we are importing this and where we need to use it. Okay, first I need to read the data set. Okay, I am having the spam and ham data set. Okay, you can also view it. Okay, I'm having a spam and ham data set in CSV file. So I need to read it, okay, with the help of pandas and pandas dot read underscore CV. One second. Okay, this is the spam and ham data set. Here the first column has the category whether it is a ham mail or a spam mail. Next category is the message, the email. Okay, what the email contains, what the message it contains. Based on this, we have got the output is a ham and a spam. Okay, here using the pandas, we are reading the CSV file that is a spam ham and store it in the raw mail data. Okay, it will store as a data frame. Data frame means a column index that in a table format it will be stored. Next, once again, I will display the data set. Okay, totally we have 5572 rows records and 2 columns only. As we have already said, category is one first column and message the second column. This is the data set, and the raw mail data is a data frame that contains the data set. Okay. Here I'm going to clean the data. Okay. It may have a null value inside the data set. So I'm going to remove the null values. Okay. If the data does not contains the null value, then it will be placed in the data. Else it will be it will be marked. It will be eliminated by with the empty string. Um, we have already saw 5572 rows. Let's see after this null values elimination, how many rows we have. Okay, so the same 5572 rows and 2 columns. You can also use with the help of mail underscore data dot shape. Okay, with the help of shape also, you can get to know the values of the rows and columns. Okay, 1 second. Here we have a see the shape of the data frame. 5572 rows and 2 columns. Okay, next I'm going to print the sample data. We have already saw the sample full data here. I'm going to view only the first 5 data. So I'm using the head of method to use it. Next is I'm going to categorize ham and the spam category. In my spam and ham category is already present. I'm going to make it as a number. For ham, I'm going to make it as a 1, and for spam, I'm going to make this as 0. Okay, like positive and negative reviews, we have made it as 0 and 1. Here also, I'm using the ham and spam to 0 and 1. Okay, if the data is a spam, then the category will be set as 0, and if the data is a ham, then the category will be set as 1. Okay. Next, here I'm going to take the input train. Okay, input train value as a message. Okay, this column will be taken as the input for my data. Okay, this message column, and the target, that is output predicting value, will be a category. So I have made the train X label as X for a message and Y for the category. Okay, this is my input, and this will be my target, that is my output. Okay, here I am printing both the input and output. Okay, this is my input. We have only the message here. This is my input, and I have make the output here. Okay, here for first one, go until journey pointing. Okay, we know 1 is for a ham and 0 is for spam. Here there is no spam words, so the output is a 1, and then we consider the second, there is a second index, third data. Here the word free has came, free and win. That means it is suspicious, so it may be a spam mail. So I am classifying it under the spam category. So the category value is 0. Okay. Next, here I'm using a train test split. Okay, for that only I have imported the sklearn.model underscore selection import train test split. With this help, I'm going to make the X train, Y train, X test, and Y test. Okay, split the sets, and I'm going to train the model. So here I'm going to split the train and test data. Here I have this is a training part. X test and X train and X test are training part. Y train and Y test are testing part. This is the input, and this is the output. Test will be the output. Y will be the output and X will be the input. This will be the input and this will be the output for each test and train data. Okay. Then for train test split, I need to give the input. What is the input for my train test split, and what is the category? That is what is the target for my train test. And I'm giving the train size at 0.8. That is 80% of data is used for training the model and 20% of data will be used for testing the model. We can also we can either use any one, okay, not both. We can also use both. Even though we have used only test size equals 0.2, it automatically take the train size at 0.8. We need not to mention that. Okay, here I am also mentioning it. Random state is nothing much random value. We can give any value to it. It's not even a matter for that. Okay, here I'm using SVM. Okay, support vector machine for that. Okay, it transforms the text data to vectors. I'm already said we need to process the after processing the text. I'm going to vectorize the data. So here the text processing is done here. See, first we need to lowercase the data. So I have given the lowercase is true. Then I'm going to remove the stopwords. Here I didn't perform the tokenization task since we need to get a review of the sentence, not word by word. So here each sentence, okay, each record have a single message. So I'm not going to tokenize the sentence. Okay, I need the whole message, and within the whole message, I'm going to detect whether it's ham mail or spam mail. So here tokenization is not required. So I'm directly going to remove the stopwords after the normalization part. Normalization part is the lowercase. Next removal part, stopword removal is over here. Okay, first I'm going to normalize the text data and I'm going to vectorize it. Okay. Then I already said the transform is to transform the given input data into a vector, okay, in the form of array. So I am given the feature extraction dot fit underscore transform xtrain, and also I need to give the text input also. For I need to do the vectorization for both the train input and text input. So I have taken both xtrain and xtest to vectorization part. Okay. This will transform the word to a vector number. Here I am giving the values. Okay, that value. Okay, white train and white test. Okay, white train and white test is an integer type. Okay, here there may be already we have assigned as 1 and 0 is integer only. But here I am again make the word as a int. Okay, to ensure that the input the target for both the train and test data is an integer. Okay, it is not a necessary part, is already input. If the categorized data is not in an integer form, you can use this as type to int. Okay, it will convert the already given data type into an integer data type. Okay, next is train the model using support vector machine. Okay, here we are going to import. Okay, for vectorization we need to use this from where sklearn.feature underscore extraction dot text import tfid vectorizer. Okay, for svm we are going to import the linear svc from sklearn.svm. Okay, here I have created the model. Okay, I have created the model with the help of xtrain and ytrain. Build the model in a linear SVC. Using linear SVC, I have built it and I'm going to predicting it. Okay, here I have using the xtrain data for predicting, and I'm going to check the xtrain and xtrain futures predicted data and the actual ytrain is same or not. So passing this two parameters in the accuracy score, we get to know how much accuracy it have, how much accurately it have predicted the data. So 0.99% accuracy for this model, it have been predicted. Okay, here I have given the input that is a train futures and the predicted value for the accuracy score here and the actual ytrain value here. ஓகே, அதாவது இப்போ நான் வந்து மாடல் பில்ட் பண்ணல, எக்ஸ்ட்ரெயினும் ஒயிட் ட்ரெயினையும் வச்சு மாடல் பில்ட் பண்ணேன். அந்த பில்ட் பண்ண மாடலை இப்போ நான் எக்ஸ்ட்ரெயினை மட்டும் ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டு அதோடைய அவுட்புட் எல்லாம் ஒரு வேரியபிளை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதை பக்கத்தில் வச்சுட்டு எனக்கு டிஃபால்ட்டாக நான் கரெக்டாக கேட்டகரைஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுருப்பேன்ல, ஸோ அந்த டார்கெட் வேல்யூவையும் இது ரெண்டையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணி பார்க்குறேன். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எதுக்கெல்லாம் சிமிலராக இருக்குது, அது ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எதுக்கெல்லாம் கரெக்டாக வந்திருக்கு. இங்கே ஹேம்னா அங்கேயும் ஹேம், தட் இஸ் 1 மீன்ஸ் அங்கேயும் 1 தான் இருக்கணும், 0 மீன்ஸ் இங்கே தான் 0 இருக்கணும். ஒருவேளை வேரி ஆச்சுன்னா அக்யூரசி ஸ்கோர் அங்கேருந்து குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வரும். ஸோ இங்கே ஆல்மோஸ்ட் வந்து மேட்சாக இருக்கிறதுனால எனக்கு அக்யூரசி வந்து 0.99, தட் இஸ் 99.93% எனக்கு வந்திருக்கு. ஸோ ஆல்மோஸ்ட் என்னோட மாடல் அழகாக ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணுதுன்னு அர்த்தம். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் இப்போ நான் முன்னாடி நான் பண்ணிக்கிறது என்னோட ட்ரெயின் டேட்டாவை பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஸோ இப்போ நான் டெஸ்ட் டேட்டாவை நான் ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ண போகிறேன். எப்பவுமே டெஸ்ட் டேட்டாவை தான் ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, சும்மா நான் ட்ரெயின் டேட்டா போட்டிருக்கேன். ஸோ ஆல்வேஸ் யூ கோ வித் டெஸ்ட் டேட்டா. Okay, here it gives the accuracy as 98.20. So it differs. Okay, train ko test ko kandipa differ ஆகும். So accuracy வந்து டெஸ்ட் கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும் ட்ரெயினை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது. அப்பதான் அது ஓரளவுக்கு கரெக்டாக ஒர்க் ஆகுதுன்னு அர்த்தம். So we got the accuracy as 98.20%. So it is working good. Above 90 is a good model. 80 also we can take. Above 80 is a good model. Okay, and the accuracy should not go to 1. 1 means it is also not a good model. How it can predict all the data correctly? So it is also not a good model. Okay, let's predict the mail. Here I have give the text, the test, that is the input mail as this one. Okay, what do you think whether this mail is a spam mail or a ham mail? Whether it will predict this is a ham mail or spam mail? Sorry. See this text and put whether it is a ham or a spam mail. Spam. Okay, others? Quickly see the words. Can easily guess. Please put it in the chat box. Spam or ham? Correct. Palniraj, you are correct. Because it detects the spam word free in the message. So it will predict the message as a spamming. Even though let's run the cell and get the output. Yeah, it is spam mail. Okay, for spam mail I have set as a 0. Here after the prediction, the value will be either 0 or 1. For if the value is 1 means it will print as a ham mail, and since it is a 0, it have printed as a spam mail. Okay, then I have also give the input for the ham mail also. Let's see whether it predict the mail is a ham. Yeah, it have predicted the mail as a ham. Okay, I hope you can able to understand the text classification also. About the session, hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for your patience and have spent your time in learning text analytics using NLTK, and I'm very happy for you, for all of you have came here and learned a new thing.